Hello and welcome to a new episode. You see, today we are diving deep into your needs, and I want to start actually where, let's say, where your needs were not met at home when you were young. I want to go where it feels uncomfortable. So if this is your first time, keep breathing, keep listening. And if you can't, if it makes you feel angry or super annoyed, whatever, maybe to come back to a later time, okay? If you don't know me, my name is Patricia. I'm doing this since quite a while. I love checking in. What is the true self? I love diving into finding out more about what is here. And I don't necessarily mean the heart, although that's a big part. I mean, what is really true for you? What is your truth? You see, we all have some sort of truth inside of us. The question is, do we know it? Do we live it? Are we living from our heart space? Or are we just creating something that is good from the outside, right? Like, how do we live? That's basically what we are doing here. So yeah, if you like this, then hit subscribe and make a comment, share, whatever works for you. That's already a great support for me, for this channel, for other people to see. And with that said, I'd love to start already into this episode. Okay. First of all, unfortunately, our society is rather not giving us what we need. Okay, so we are young boys, young girls, having very basic needs such as getting a hug, such as being loved for who we are, right? It's very important that we can actually get affection for who we are. We want to be held, we want to be seen, we want to be able to express. Nothing changed in adulthood, but we start with coping certain needs because they were never met. And then we feel like we need to cover them up. We forget what we truly need. We forget what is important for us. We forget it because it was never met before. For example, you never got really hugged by your dad or by your mom. You never received any attention, pure love just because you existed, right? You always may have felt you need to do something. You need to work hard to get it. All those kind of things that we try to make to get something out of it, right? It's a question like, why are we doing it? So ask yourself, have I got the love that I needed? And be very curious, very honest, very real with yourself. This is not about putting anyone in the front line and kind of like, I knew something is off with me. Like, dare you parents, like you did it wrong. This is about recognizing what has been missing so that you can correct it now. Okay? Making a correction now is actually possible. And instead of living the other 60 years that you may still have in the feeling of despair, why not make sure that your needs are met? Why not, right? Why not stepping into, hey, I have those needs and I need them met. When we start to look into this mirror, it's difficult. because we don't want to see that other people failed us. We don't want to see that our caregiver failed us, our parents. We gave them so many opportunities to do it right, right? We forgive them everything. That's normal. And we don't need to be ashamed for it. That's okay. But you are also valuable. You also have value. And this means even though they haven't met to give love to you, to give attention to you, to give appreciation for who you are, to hug you, to give physical affection, right? Maybe it was also something else, right? There was no financial stability or something like that. You always felt like, what's going to come next? Own that. Own it. You see? If you're truly honest with you and you feel the pain that is going through your veins, through your whole body, and while this is a transmission, right? While this is bringing up memories, you may as well give yourself some peace, a hug, something that gives you the allowance to step into your truth. It's so important that we are not shaming ourselves for our needs. You see, it's not you do wrong. It's not you are totally off the road. Very often children want very, very little. They really want very, very little from their parents, like the true needs. They're very little if you look at it from that lens of we need love. All of us need love. All of us need the physical touch, right? All of us need that sort of feeling connected to the hood, feeling connected to your parents, to the neighbors, to, feeling safe in your own skin, feeling worthy of who you are. That's what grows inside of you when you're young, at a very, very early age. And now we have a lot of people running around feeling disoriented because they don't know who they are. They feel lost. They feel something is totally wrong with them. They feel, okay, I never had any love. They don't even know that this is missing, right? They don't even know what it means to really hug someone. They never learned that. And maybe you never learned that. And that's okay. Right? Listen, you can relearn it. It can be relearned. It can be healed. And you don't need to suffer. Like, you don't. Now you have a responsibility with this, okay? Now that you see your needs, you cannot walk around in the world anymore and just say, like, pretend. I had a really hard childhood and now everyone around me needs to suffer, right? And I know you're there. I know you're there. I have been there too. Where I would make people feel how I felt, right? All the missing pieces inside of me that weren't met. Everything. I have been there too. What can you do to give yourself a bit more peace in that? A bit more love, a bit more inner safety. You don't need to go after other people. You don't need to hurt them to get your needs met. You don't need to scream louder. You don't need to express more. You just need to find the right people who actually want to meet your needs. One more time. You don't need to scream at those people, at your parents that are maybe still don't get it, right? You need to find those people who are actually ready to meet your needs. There are so many out there who want to meet your needs that it's crazy that we still look after the same people to meet our needs that couldn't before. So it's nice if our caretakers or our parents understand certain points. And I've gone through that too. Layers up and layers up and layers. We have a very good relationship now, but it took years. And you know what? You may not have years because you're already dying for love. You're already dying to get your needs met. And you may not have years to wait until maybe at one point they open up. You may not have that. And that's okay. That's so okay. You don't have to wait. You can already get it. You see. If you feel like the world is holding back from you, right? Everyone else gets like whatever they want, right? This is how it looks like when we are in lack, when we feel like everyone gets it, but isn't there a piece for me too? Like, listen, you're worthy of this too. There is absolutely nothing that holds you back apart from yourself. And that's the hard part. That's the hard part. Now, while this has been done to you, you're doing it now to yourself. Sorry. You're doing it now to yourself. Believing you deserve it. Believing that's what you get. Like, that's it. You need to learn to be more kind to yourself. You need to learn to love yourself more, treat yourself good. When you hear all those thoughts coming in, all these thoughts that are so negative, so heavy, so negative, you can ask this question. Is the one who talks really a good friend? Is the one who talks really someone I want to entertain? Or is it possible that those thoughts that I have are maybe not correct about myself? Right? Is it possible that those thoughts make me fucking miserable while nothing of it is true, and I believe it, I put that in the driver's seat, and I make everything according to that voice that I hear, that I've learned from early childhood, that something's wrong with me, that I'm not okay, that I'm not enough, that there is all the others who deserve it, but not me, like I don't deserve it, but everybody else does. You reach the point, my friend, where you need to choose. You need to choose yourself. And this is not about, I choose myself and everybody else will be lower than me. Not at all. But it's a choosing your authentic self over this damn voice who actually is telling you crap about yourself. If your voice is loving, if your voice is like, come on, you can do it. Come on, give yourself some, you can do it. You can do it. See, you did it. Well, really good. Those are the loving voices that you need to listen. Because in the core of every single being, and that's my belief, okay? There is something inherently good, inherently loving, inherently innocent. There is something in every human being that is innocent. And you have that too. we believe we are doing something wrong because we haven't got our needs met. But that's not the truth. You need to start to come back into your heart and see who you are. And understand that that is actually your truth. So own it. Own your own truth. Own it. Okay? Own your truth. With that said, if you like this one, I have the awakening sessions. They are just about life since a couple of days. We will start in Jan with Jan 9th, I think. Yeah. For the first and second group, and on 18th of Jan we will start with the third and fourth group. Now within those sessions we actually work together on your, let's say, on all parts that need a lifting, okay? An energetic clearing, a lifting into who you are. And the way how we work is we work with your nervous system. We work on the somatic level, on the body level, to get those things outside of your body. And the reason why this works in the group so well and why you will gain so much is because so many of us have actually the same imprint on pain. So many of us have the same imprint on suffering, which gives you a great mirror, which gives you an idea that you're not the only one. But yet this is not some sort of a therapy. So we will not exchange in a big way of all your day and chit chat about that. I want you to go very inward while having those sessions and start to see the changes inside of you. All I'm doing is making sure that this space is held in a clear way where you can actually unfold everything that is not true to you. So everything that needs light will be lit up so that you can actually come in alignment with who you are and where you want to go, so that your life is looking different than now. Not anymore with suffering, but with more bliss, with more joy. This is not going to say like, hey, your life will be always flower, because I need to be real with you. Being in a human body is hard. Making choices is hard. Making the right choices is even harder. Standing in your truth is hard, especially if you have been programmed all the time otherwise. It will take time, but then you will see progress after progress, super, super quickly, super fast. And you will see that even when you have those hard times, they're still not the same thing than when you used to suffer like crazy and you didn't know what's going on. So you know exactly what's going on. You know exactly how your body's involved. You know exactly why you got triggered. You know exactly how you can behave differently. That is what the awakening sessions will be. So if you're in for that, if you want to know more about that, then have a look into the description box. And with that said, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it, comment, make a comment. Let me know how this video made you feel. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so, so much for being here, for being present, for opening up your space. I know time is limited, so I really appreciate that. Sending you lots of blessings, much love to you, and stay kind to yourself. Okay.